Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dan, the voice behind ThatKaitoDan, and welcome to my discussion on the new RWBY World of Remnant episode. So fresh off stuffing ourselves with Christmas foods and diving into some presents, Rooster Teeth gifted us RWBY fans with the newest of the information side videos to chew on until we're back into the main show next week. So let's kick off analysing and sharing some thoughts on the third of Volume 3's RWBY World of Remnant episodes, all about the Continental transmit system. Ozpin's back to narrate as he shares that above many of Remnant's technological advances over the years, the most influential to humanity has been the Continental transmit system, or the CCTs for short. Before its creation, long-range communications was extremely limited. There was radio technology in the world, but at best it only allowed communications within the boundaries of the kingdoms. No such system for longer range contact outside of them. Though to be fair, there was a way to communicate to other kingdoms, via messages or letters that's delivered by land by messengers. Though as you can expect in this world, the grid makes for some nasty looking roadblocks and caused many headaches. Initial attempts to try and forge a system via relay satellites in space did take place, but therein lies another issue. This time with all kinds of dust that powered travel into space losing power when they tried to leave Remnant's atmosphere. So by that we know, at least in this world, no one has been documented as having made it into space. No RWBY equivalent of a moon landing here, folks. Though does that mean that we can finally rule out any influence from humanity that caused the moon to be shattered like that, since they can't reach it? But yes, no satellite support and risk to messengers or their content made long distance communications hard to come by, until the tech heads in Atlas created, as mentioned by Weiss in Volume 2, the CCTs. With it, it allowed audio, video, images and text to be transmitted to other kingdoms, and in time allowed the creation of a full online web. This led to 4 major CCTs towers being created and spread over the 4 main kingdoms to support this new system. All of these towers noted to be in very safeguarded areas. Oops. Devices like scrolls can access the network supplied by towers for various purposes, though signal strength will fail depending on the distance to the nearest tower, so best to keep as close as possible, it seems. You could still benefit from the small support towers that's also out there in the world, but unlike the main towers, they're more susceptible to damages via Grim. Something of note is there is no main tower in that dragon-shaped land in the northwest, or a menagerie deep in the south. Though that's slightly more understandable given that Menagerie was an area the Faunus were once forced to live on by humans, thus why they don't have any major connectivity to the other lands. Though there does seem to be some support towers spotted in the Dragonland. Odd for this landmass to be its size, and yet so limited in its connection to other kingdoms, if it indeed does have these small towers in terms of CCT connectivity. So what is on this still nameless landmass that makes it seemingly best for it to lack a main tower, despite its size? Anyway, in the following years, the CCTs would later allow people to have digital transmissions between kingdoms possible, via more advanced devices that's often found in homes or CCT centers, like the one that we saw Weiss use in Volume 2, and is reflected on here, and thus the world got its Skype. But there is a risk to the network from the 4 main towers. Its connectivity depends on these 4 structures maintaining their link. If one or more should fail in some way, the whole network will fall with it, worse off than the small instances during some routine maintenance. In short, no towers connected, no network. Though Ozpin finds it oddly symbolic. No one voice louder than the others, no one silenced without the rest following suit. Remnant either speaks as one, or not at all. Which, given we know there's still a nasty little virus in its workings, sure does leave a foreboding taste to that last point. Cinder's plans could have some major worldwide impacts if it's targeting the network in the process. She takes them down, and it not only limits many vital uses of the network, but could cut off many huntsmen and huntresses from their kingdoms or from any basic contact, as well as other huntsmen and huntresses, or those in need, and strikes hard at the connected chains the kingdoms have together, especially worrying with whatever she may do to the people for her own gains that might split up the kingdoms even more. And that's everything, folks. Admittedly a shorter discussion, as a lot of what's discussed here is rather clear cut, but elements like the lack of any space travel, dust's effects failing if it's near breaching Remnant's atmosphere, and the heavy amounts of foreshadowing do lead this into being a key watch before we head back into things next week. But what do you all feel about this World of Remnant episode? Did you get enough information on this topic, or was there more you would have liked to be explained about the CCTs? And how much are you looking forward to seeing the aftermath of Chapter 6? Let me know in the comments down below, and be sure to follow the link in the description to my Twitter for updates on things RWBY related, my upcoming content, or anything else. Until next time, I'll see you all in 2016. Have a good day or good night, and peace out.